Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The proposition of the opposition team. Well, primarily what the second proposition we'll talk to you today is about the political role of the TV broadcasting in democracy. What we'll analyze for you on the second proposition is why broadcasting in this aspect should be owned by the state, and what is the television content that we currently get from private and what from the public. But before I do that, let me just answer two questions raised by the opposition. Primary question was, do we distort competition? And on the side of the proposition, we say no. Because the last time I checked, the competition is based that you have two or more competitors which compete against each other in order to provide better output. What we say inside the proposition, and one does not distort competition, it actually enables it. What we say on the side of the proposition is that this is basically why this one, by adding one, would be better one, because the public television is accessible to all, meaning that each and every viewer can cater by the public service. Whereas pay-per-view television, can be accessible only by some, hence you're not actually not having to be plurality of thoughts on the democratic process should be by the second proposition. The second issue of question is, do we hinder free speech? And we on the side of the proposition say no, we actually diverse it. What do we say? Basically what we actually enable is diversity of speech, thought, and press. And we actually enable the viewer to see all sides of the spectrum, all the sides of the thing. When we say that what public television, unlike private, actually as the state represents all, whereas private companies represent private interests. We say that because of that fact, the role of the state in this aspect is actually enabled that. And we do not hinder the free press, because when we say that the opposition believes the journalists are under duress, what we say in the privately owned companies, journalists are more under duress in order to actually enable the view of their boss. Because when we say that when your boss, and I'm just dying to say his name, Silvio Berlusconi, then you on the side of the proposition believe you're better, you're under higher duress to actually enable these views. So your thoughts and views, which I will go in my substantive, we say that because of that, in order to actually enable all the thoughts and views to go through the public, we say that we should support the public television. Now, what is the political role of TV broadcasting in democracy? Now, because we in the liberal democracies acknowledge the fact that we cannot make private entrepreneurship, make them represent all the political views, we as the state have a role that having the state broadcaster actually enables the diversity of media. What we hear on the side of the proposition is that the political messages which certain privately owned companies send do clash with this idea. Because in democracy, especially political process, it is the state television that actually enables all political parties that used to be on television. We say no, thank you, that this actually allows democracy to perpetuate, especially the quality of democracy, because then the state television actually gives the information about the parties and sends them out, and enables the citizen to have an informed choice. Whereas when you have a private company who actually put the interest base in such an aspect that it propagates only one political view, we say that this is problematic, especially in the political process, and this does actually diminish democracy. But before I go that, sir.
Ma'am, if your TV wants to be seen by the masses, it has to compete for soccer rights, etc. But because it has endless pockets paid by a taxpayer, how is that not a distortion of competition?
Well, actually, sir, when you talk about soccer rights, the privately owned companies actually provide soccer. But when you talk about certain public television such as BBC, where they do actually enable you to have all the parties' opinions on the BBC and have educational service, which brings me to the issue. Of why broadcasting should be owned by the state. Because the broadcasting is the most powerful method of conveying educational messages and political messages to the public. Because we cannot leave these kind of messages without regulation and private control. Because what we say on the side of the cross position, when it's left to the private control, it can be misused. And this is an example of Silvio Berlusconi when he steps in. We're talking about a man who has 90% of media outlets in his private command. We say that with this actually misuse hopes of getting their political message across. We say that this diminishes democracy in the matter of speaking because it actually, because it promotes a certain political outcome of a certain person, whereas no political messages of others. We say that because of that, the democratic process is diminished and it's hindered. We say that, we say also that on other examples such as Robert Murdoch, which does a similar thing with Fox and Sky, we say that we are actually diminishing the democratic process because we're not enabling all the political messages to go out there, and because the public control in this aspect in state-owned media ensures a fair access for all political parties, especially in election time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. And second of all, it has to represent it has a representation of underrepresented content, which brings us to the television content. We say the television does actually, as the state law, enables non-profitable content, especially to the religious groups or younger audience. We also say that it also enables political views to go forward. We say that because the public-owned policies such as BBC excels in excellence in educational programs such as the historian, etc. We say that because of that, they enable the access to all and actually are the ones who are getting the message across. Unlike the private televisions, which basically have the supply and demand on their side, which drives them, whereas the supply and demand is diminished, concept is diminished in the public-owned television. We say that because of that, we do not ditch the unwanted material which does not give us more profit. Hence, we as a state can enable all this content, especially political messages in the democratic process, to go forward. And for all these reasons, I'd like to propose, thank you.